it's Paige and Lisa here from Jimboomba Massage and Wellness Clinic. So, Sarah and Ray have been coming and telling us that we've been getting a lot of inquiry about what is kinesiology, and I'm not surprised because it's one of those things that's a little bit difficult to explain. So we thought rather than holding a in-person workshop where we can only have restricted numbers, that we just jump on here live and then we can save the video and share it with you guys when you ask that question. So if you are joining us live today, please pop any questions that you have and I'll try and work out how we see the questions. But yeah, we wanted to jump on and just, first of all explain what kinesiology is. So we're hoping to give a little demo of muscle testing, which is kind of a basic thing with kinesiology, but also just to discuss how Lisa and I work a little bit differently here in the clinic, because we are your kinesiologists here in Jimboomba Massage and Wellness Clinic. So first of all, starting with kinesiology, basically, hi Jenny, we can see you watching at least. Yay, we have one person. So kinesiology is a natural therapy and it uses a thing called muscle testing, which we're going to demonstrate in just a few minutes. And basically, muscle testing is a tool that allows us to ask the body questions. And so the body is then giving us feedback to navigate what it is that whatever challenge it is that you might be facing. And so I guess it's a little bit different from other therapies where you might just turn up, for instance, and I don't want to pick on massage because massage is amazing, but you go for a massage and it's body work, okay? And if you go for, a counselling session, then that's mental work or emotional work. And if you go for acupuncture, then that's meridian work, okay? So there's all these, or energy work, or you might go for Reiki and that's energy work. So what kinesiology can do is actually form a little bit of an umbrella over all of those different types of things and work with the body on all of those different levels, but it's the body choosing what's going to actually unlock or help them move through whatever challenges that it is. So that's kind of my explanation. Lisa, do you have anything to add to that?
Well, because I'm also the naturopath here, a lot of what I see in kinesiology can have a basis in physical symptoms, but then you can go further into looking at what emotions are tied into that, but from the physical also what foods can be playing a part or what specific supplements can be beneficial. So really the muscle testing is a technique that you can use to access a whole lot of information based on what it is the client is trying to achieve.
Yeah, and that's a really good point, because with kinesiology, no two kinesiologists will ever work the same, because we're all bringing in our own different flavour, and we've all been trained in things, maybe just straight kinesiology, but what we've been trained in that type of kinesiology will be different. Like, I will be very different to how Lisa practices, even though we've both studied the same type of kinesiology, but she is a naturopath, so she'll bring that to the table. I do some other energy work, I do some tuning fork work, I do, all of these different things, which I put under the umbrella of kinesiology as well. And so, you'll always get a really unique and different experience with different kinesiologists, which is a wonderful thing, because we all have something very different to offer. So I wondered, Lisa, should we demonstrate muscle testing? Yeah. Because sometimes people are like, muscle testing, and they think it's, something weird, and it's really not. It's really quite straightforward. But what we're doing is accessing the subconscious mind, so we're bypassing the conscious mind, because what often happens is the conscious mind can think we know what's going on, and it's actually got absolutely nothing to do with what we think it is. And so this is a way, and that's the beauty of kinesiology. So you might be telling me something, or Lisa something, and your body might be telling us something really, really different. And the other thing is, and another beautiful thing about kinesiology is, you don't actually have to tell us anything, because your body will
give us the information.
Absolutely. And often it's a story that you've got running that you think it is this, this, and this, and your body will go, absolutely not, it's nothing to do with that, it's this, this, and this. And this could be stuff that's from the past. And actually that's one of my, the things that I love to work with is releasing the past, so then you can step into that future. And that's kind of my catchphrase, because I find that there's nothing else that I've ever worked with that can access that through muscle testing, and then the corrections that we do to help to shift that, as well as what kinesiology can. So I'm talking things like going back to the birth, going back to, you know, when you're 1, 2, 3, 4 years of age. Like, there's so many things that in different directions that it can go in. And I get tingles every time I work with someone and we look at the emotions that are coming up.
And how it's all connected to
yeah,
what's
it's
going on.
insane, isn't it? Like, it's just, and things that people are like, no, nothing happened to me at that age. And then they're like, oh my God, it's when, you know, my mum and dad broke up, or when I fell over and chipped my teeth. I got that the other day. I fell over and I hit my teeth on a fence and knocked my teeth out, right? And so there's this emotion associated, stored in our body, that's stopping this person from moving forward for whatever reason that one was. Okay, so muscle testing. All right, so it's a really simple process. You can choose any muscle in the body, and we're choosing this one because you can see it, but when you're lying on the table, it's not quite as cumbersome as this. So when we say we're looking for a lock, okay, so that is a lock. I'm pressing down on Lisa's arm, and you just have to trust me because you're not here, but that I'm using the same pressure, okay? So Lisa, we checked before that you're all switched on and everything's okay and it's working well. So can you say for me, my name is Lisa?
My name is Lisa.
Okay, so I'm pressing down and I'm getting a really strong lock there. So what that means is that Lisa's name is Lisa, and that's not a stress to her. Okay, so now I want you to say my name is Paige.
My name is Paige.
Okay, and that is dropping. Okay, so that is the simplest form of muscle testing. Now the reason that's dropping, and you can relax it. The reason Lisa's arm is dropping is because that's a stress, and that's an introduced stress. So what happens with kinesiology is we will ask the body questions similar to that. So is Lisa's name Lisa? Yes, you know, or is this supplement, in Lisa's case, you know, she might say, is it, you know, this, that's good for the person, and their muscle will either say, yep, that's what they need, or no, that's not what they need. And then from there, we can even dive into, so for instance, if we're going down the supplement train, you know, we can look at how much, how often, you know, we can ask the body how long for, you know, and that's a beauty, and that's one of the things I love about naturopaths who use kinesiology, is because my big thing with naturopath in the past has been that people would just give you a supplement and you're supposed to just keep going endlessly for it, and they never give you necessarily an end date. And so I love the fact that, you know, kinesiology can be used in conjunction with that. So I never see a naturopath that doesn't do kinesiology as well. So we're lucky we've got Lisa. Yes, and so I guess the other thing that I just wanted to speak to was the different things that people might be experiencing and what kinesiology can be used for. Now, it's really how long is a piece of string in this case, because I believe that kinesiology can be used to unlock pretty much anything that is happening for the person. My personal specialty, I would say, is, or what I love to work with, is on the emotional level. People feeling stuck and unable to move forward, whether that's old belief systems and patterns that they're holding and they just know that, you know, there's something there. More recently, children have come into my awareness, so I've been working a lot with kids with anxiety and those types of things going on. But really, you know, we see the full gamut, don't we?
Yeah,
you know, food intolerances.
Especially, I see a lot of food intolerance.
Yeah, and what about you, Lisa? What's your, like, what do you like?
Well, I work with emotional things too, but sometimes that will come up as, you know, somebody comes in wanting to work. Maybe they've got some autoimmune thyroid stuff going on. So while we can look at all of those things, there will be emotions that can have played a part in that presenting in the first place. It would also be looking then at moving those emotions out of the body, but also looking at if there are foods that are a problem for that person that's contributing to the thyroid dysfunction. As I mentioned before, which supplements can be used, but even just different things that they can do on a lifestyle level to help them manage stress. Bringing the meridians, unblocking meridians, or working on different chakras, particularly the root chakra I have comes up a lot, which is, you know, related to family and support and security, and things like grounding may come up as something that they can use to support themselves.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a really good point too, actually, because kinesiology is a natural therapy, and what comes up in the session needs to be followed through. But what that is also teaching the person is that we're not here to fix you. It's a co-collaboration, so we are We are here to help you make those changes in your life, and we're here to support you to do that. But it actually is you that you have to take self-responsibility. So it's a self-responsibility model, and I love that too because that takes the pressure off me, of us. And we also, you know, that's also the thing with muscle testing. It takes the pressure of us having to know everything. It's your body that knows you, and you know, that's what we're finding your truth, and what, you know, so it takes that complete onus of us having to know everything for you. And I think it also instills a level of confidence in yourself and that self-responsibility as well with the muscle testing, because it's you telling us this.
Because sometimes people will say, oh yes, I knew that food wasn't good, or you know, so there's also understanding how important intuition is, and that when that we can get messages for ourselves through that too.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's almost like a backup of that. I was just going to say as well, it also then will come up that you may have to go away and do home support sort of thing. So for instance, I just had a session today, and like Lisa was saying, you know, you do things to support yourself post-session. But the beauty about having something like kinesiology and muscle testing is, so for my client, she was feeling really overwhelmed about what she'd have to go and do, and we discussed about her exercising. She has small children. And so her body only wanted her to exercise 3 times a week for 30 minutes. So we tested all of that. She's like, oh my gosh, the weight off me, because I was thinking I had to go every day, you know? Yeah. And so her body's like, no. Optimal level is 3 times a week, 30 minutes a day, plus a couple of yoga sessions, 20 minutes each, you know? So there was just, yeah, it just makes it manageable. It's all, yeah, I don't know, it's very ecological is the word I'm going to say, so that the self-sabotage doesn't start to come in. And that's another thing that we look at, is your self-sabotage patterns and things like that. So we do an exploration before we even get you on the table, so we're looking at all of those things that might be standing in your way. So I hope that's really helped. Do you have anything more to add, Lisa?
No, I think we've covered that pretty well.
Yeah. So Lisa's here. What days are you here?
Tuesday, Wednesday and Saturdays. A later night on a Wednesday till 7.
Yeah, excellent. And I'm here just on Thursdays at the moment, and I do some late evening stuff on a Thursday as well. So if you've been thinking about trying out kinesiology, if you've got any questions at all, then make sure you just message us through the Jimboomba Massage and Wellness Clinic page, and they will pass on, you know, any of those questions. So more than happy to answer anything. But yeah, just give it a go. It's so awesome, and I know like so many people are blown away when they come and they're like, I didn't even know this existed. It's a hard thing to say, kinesiology, but it's not a hard thing to understand once you're here and we're talking to you. And yeah, so yeah, just say give it a go. Come and see us. We're friendly. We're nice.
We're not scary.
No, not too scary. We don't bite much. All right, well thanks for joining us. I can see there's quite a few people online. Thanks Carolyn and Glenn and Chris, and I did see Callie there before too. Yeah, so we hope to see you all down here soon, and Karen, hi, you just missed us, but the replay will be there, and yeah, we hope to see you soon. Bye. Wonderful. For now. Have a great week. Bye.